What's up, everybody? I'm Rob. You're watching Man vs. Din, the show where I test my skills, whatever skills I have, here in the kitchen. And I try to recreate 3 popular courses that I find and that you suggest on the internet. It is Halloween time all around us. Obviously, you can see very spooky bats. If you are not watching this during the Halloween season, nothing I can do. Out of season video. But if it is Halloween time, you are gonna love the shit out of this episode. For those of you that are new here, the first course is what we like to call the alcoholic appetizer. So let's just get straight into that one, because somebody needs a drink. The beverage of choice that we are making today is called the brain hemorrhage. Now, Ray suggested it, and when made properly, it looks like a bleeding brain. A brain that is hemorrhaging. First off, if you don't have a shot glass in the shape of a skull, you're fucking doing it wrong. Not gonna look as cool as this. I picked up some peach schnapps. Holy shit, I haven't fucking smelled that since fucking high school. Some Bailey's Irish cream, some grenadine. People want to put fucking blue curacao, whatever the fuck this is in it, but that's not the brain hemorrhage I grew up on. Those people. So I filled the skull shot glass about 3/4 of the way with peach schnapps. Then, with a spoon, I carefully poured in some Bailey's Irish cream. And you just kind of like dribble it on top so that it floats on the top and kind of creates this like brain mass. Everybody else just fucking pours it in all fast and it looks all shitty. You gotta create the brain at the top. Once you do that, then you take the grenadine and you just slowly pour it over the spoon and drip it within the brain, and it kind of like fills up like little fucking blood sacs, and then it explodes. Fuck, look at that! Look at that! That is a brain hemorrhage. Oh, that was a good one. Huh? That's the fucking way you do it. Woo! If you are the type of person who does not like swallowing thick, gooey substances, if you're not the type of person who likes swallowing coagulated cream, if you're not the person who likes to swallow, let's just put it that way, in general, weird fucking shit, this drink is not for you. Cheers. Oh. That does not go down as easy as it did years ago. Alright, let's just move on. We're moving on to the main entree. The fucking vegans are gonna love this one. We are making a zombie meat face meatloaf? I don't know what the you would call this thing. A meathead. A monster meatloaf. Monster meatloaf, that sounds good. Now Mordork, clever, suggested this in the comments. It's a fucking face made out of meat. Alright, I grabbed all of the fucking meats for this one. That is a lot of cow. I threw it into a bowl, seasoned it, and from what I can remember, you just gotta put like a bunch of shit in it. Like eggs, so I put in some egg whites, steak sauce, all like just like old condiment shit that you find in the back of your refrigerator. All of that shit goes. Mustard, ranch dressing. It. I'm a goddamn adult and I could do whatever the I want. Then I mixed all of it up and then plopped it onto a baking sheet, shaped the face, pretty simple, added some bacon on there so it kind of looks like bandages, maybe it's like a bacon mummy, I don't know what the it is, but it's a monster. Then from some onions, I cut out some eyes and I cut out some teeth and systematically placed them so that it looked like a monster face. I forgot to put the ketchup on it. The ketchup is a main staple of meatloaf, so I put some ketchup on the face, sauced it up a little bit on the sides, and threw it in the oven at 350 degrees for an hour, which means I've got to wait now an hour for it. But don't worry, I've got an activity for us while we wait. I saw this the other day while scrolling through Pinterest, and it is these dirty Q-tips, and they're fucking super gross. So I had to make them. They're simply just these lollipop sticks. I cut them down a little bit, threw a couple mini marshmallows on them, and then dipped them in some smooth peanut butter. Let's just take a look here. Oh yeah, fucking look at that, a brand new tub of peanut butter. One more thing you could do as a grown-ass person, dip your fucking finger in the peanut butter jar. Because you know what? Utensils. You wanna taste some of this? Taste some of this. Taste it! Oh yeah, that's it. Get in, get in there. Oh shit. Real quick note, cleaning peanut butter off of your camera lens, not the easiest thing to do. Nope, still not clear. Okay, all right, here we go. All right. I dipped the Q-tip into the peanut butter, and then I just threw them all into an old Q-tip container, and these things look absolutely fucking disgusting. That is fucking gross. But how do they taste? That is the question. It tastes pretty good, so it's got that going for it. These are absolutely fucking disgusting looking. All right, moving on to the meatloaf, which is almost ready here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, wait. Ugh. Oh, look at that. It looks like there was a breach of animal fat that kind of bubbled onto the surface here and just kind of seriously disfigured my zombie meat face. Ugh. You can kind of just, I guess, scrape that off, I guess. Just fix it back up there. The onions and, I don't know. Honestly, this does not look as appetizing as the picture. But, I don't know. You just gotta fucking taste it and find out. Oh, damn. Fuck, that's good. That's really good. Woo! Oh, good job. Look at that. I'm not sure if this meat is all the way cooked through, though. Alright, enough of that. Step away from the meat face. Moving on to dessert. The almighty Grand Chipmunk Wizard suggested this pin, homemade candy corn. It looked pretty easy. It's pretty much just fucking sugar on top of sugar, melted in the sugar, formed into fucking sugar. You gotta take a bunch of exact measurements and mix a bunch of shit together. It's a fucking process, I'm not gonna lie. I could be really helpful here and give you all the ingredients and all the fucking steps and all the bullshit, but come on. Are you really gonna fucking make your own goddamn candy corn? I'll leave the fucking link in the description if you're that fucking serious about it. So I ended up with like this sugar fondant dough, which I separated into kind of 3 different piles so that I could add my colors. Yellow in that one, and then I just kept this one white and red in this one. The dough just really didn't take it. It's not having this dye. And this just fucking looks, this looks like a fucking dog dick. This looks fucking terrible. The yellow portion of all this, that didn't really take either, and it was just next to impossible to fucking roll out. I don't think I did this right. This fucking sugar dough bullshit did not turn out. For the fuck of it, I laid them out and stacked them together and began cutting them into triangles, and not only are these the fucking size of like small pizza slices, but the colors are all wrong. They look nothing like candy corn. All right, I gotta try it again. That means fixing and cooking and mixing all of this fucking shit together again and crossing my fucking fingers this time that it all fucking comes out. And holy shit, by fucking Jove, I think he's fucking got it. Who the fuck is Jove? That's the fucking question. I started mixing the color in, and it was actually a lot easier this time. And I also figured out that red and yellow made orange. Didn't think I'd ever use that knowledge outside of the 1st grade, but here we are. All right, I rolled them out and then stacked them up and cut them into triangles, and holy shit, what a fucking difference between the first fucking batch. Look at these fucking things, they turned out. This is just like the fucking shit you get in the store. Look at that. Huh? Alright, moving on to the next step here. Now you just gotta take these. You just take them over here to your closest garbage bin and you throw them away. Throw them the fuck away because candy corn is fucking disgusting. It's fucking gross, and if some fucking twat waffle this Halloween fucking decides to give you fucking candy corns, just you fucking tell them, you confront them. This is shitty fucking candy. I won't stand for it. Give them back their fucking shitty candy corn and fucking be on your way. And if you come across a fucking house that's giving away fucking toothbrushes, try not to set that fucking person's house on fire. Who's gonna recognize you? You're in a fucking costume. Am I right? A big thanks to everyone who picked up a ThreadBanger box. A ton of you have been getting them over the weekend and have been making unboxing videos and taking pictures and making cheesy cloth ghosts. There's only a few left, so if you want to pick one up over at ThreadBangerBox.com, be sure to leave your future project suggestions down there in the comments below. Otherwise, I have no idea what the f I'm doing. I'm like a deer in goddamn headlights over here. Subscribe if you are not, and that's actually a pretty decent amount of you. So if you're watching this fucking video and not subscribed, rude. And I know who the f you are. So click that little fucking red button before it's too fucking late. That's all I'm saying. Is that a threat? I don't know. Is it? Is it? But you're back.